Hey, welcome to the Dividend Nomad channel. On this channel, we talk about high yield dividend investing in order to be able to live freely anywhere you want to live. Now, right now, at the current time of this video, I'm living in China. I've been living here for 14 years actually, but I am not living off my dividend income. I don't have that much money yet. I'm working here, but I am investing to get that freedom to be able to live anywhere I want. And my plan is to live in Asia. I'm not sure which country yet, but we're working on that. But in this video, I wanted to address a question that I was asked on my very first video on this channel. And I thought it was a great question, and I thought I should make a video about it to explain a little bit more in detail to answer this question. So this question comes from, let me check this, LBB Davis. So LBB Davis, thank you for that question. I thought it was a really great question. And if you're watching this video, shout out to you, my friend. So LBB Davis asked the question, is the cost of living a lot more different in China? And then the second part of the question is, I thought the Chinese government doesn't allow American internet. How does that work for investors and investment? So this is a really great question, and I should have probably talked about this in my first video, but we're going to talk about it now. So for the first part of the question, really quickly, about the cost of living in China, really it varies depending on the cities that you're living in here in China. Like some cities, like Shanghai or Beijing or Guangzhou or something like that, Shenzhen, the cost of living is very, very expensive. You can compare it to something like New York or something like that, right? It's a very, very expensive place to live. Now, the place where I live is still a big major city. I live in Guangdong province, and I live 25 minutes from Guangzhou. It's kind of a suburb of Guangzhou. And in this particular city, there are 10 million people, all right? But I spend about 1,200 US dollars a month. And that's just doing what I want to do when I want to do it. Like, I don't budget, I don't do nothing. I just track my spending to see how much I spent. I actually have another channel where I'm talking about living in China, but anyway, I track my budget and all those things like that, and I usually spend about $1,000 to $1,200 per month living here in China, and that's doing anything I want to do when I want to do it. I'm not like trying to be strict or with a budget or nothing like that. So for the money that I make, I really have a lot of disposable income that I can save every month, or that I actually invest every month. So you know, because I cost of living so low, you really save a lot of money here, and I put that towards my investments, and hopefully that's going to pay off here really, really soon. Because when I started this journey just a few months ago, I was getting like $50 a month for my investments, and now I'm up to like $600. So really fast progress. So the second part of the question, which is the most important, about the Chinese government doesn't allow American internet. That is true. They have what they call the Great Firewall of China, and most American websites are blocked. Like American social media sites and things like that. Anything to do with news and media, it's all blocked here in China. And the other thing that is blocked is investment things like brokerage accounts and crypto brokers and all these things. They're all blocked. You can't access the apps, you can't access the websites or nothing unless you're using a VPN. So you have to have a VPN in order to get access to these sites and these brokerages and things like that. And then also, when it comes to downloading the apps, you need to change your this might go for other countries as well, especially if you're planning on living abroad on your dividend income. But you need to set your VPN location to your home country, which in my case, I'm American. So I set my VPN location to America, and then I use the Apple App Store, the American App Store. You can't use the App Store for the country you're in, because most U.S. brokerages don't have apps in those countries, because those people can't invest in the U.S. stock market without some type of U.S. ID or going through some other third party. So you need to be on the American App Store, download the app from the American App Store, and you have to do it via a VPN, and your VPN needs to be set to America as well. Now, here is the issue that I've encountered with this myself, is mainly when it comes to investing or dealing with the brokerages from here in China and possibly from other countries. I can't mention about the other countries yet because I'm not living in those countries. I've invested from there, but I did it on my American apps. But when it comes to living here in China and dealing with the brokerages, like if you ever need any assistance and you have to contact the customer service, it's not something you can do via like email or chatbot, and you actually have to pick up the phone and call them. One of the major things is the time difference, right? Because here in China, we are 12 hours ahead of the United States. And so basically you have to stay up really late at night here in order to call, there in the morning when they open. And then because of the, you have to wait, when you call these brokerages, you may have to wait 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, no telling how long you need to wait on hold. And the long distance fees can really add up if you don't have some type of international calling plan or something like that, right? So that's one thing to be aware of. Now, also, they will see that you are calling from China, right? So you're going to get kind of the third degree about your account. They're going to ask you a lot of questions, security information, just to make sure, because there are scammers and stuff out there who want to get access to this type of information, right? So they're going to ask you a lot more questions and a lot more. They're going to be poking and prodding around a lot, trying to clarify that it's really you that's calling. So you might have to answer several security questions. Your social security number, you have to give your home address and phone number. You might have to give your passport number, your ID card number. Also, they're probably going to ask you, why are you calling us from China, right? They asked me that, like, why are you calling from China? And I was like, well, I'm here working, and traveling back and forth to America. Sometimes I'm in China, sometimes in America, blah, blah, blah. And you kind of have to explain them everything in order to get their trust to be able to deal with this. So it can be a little bit annoying, but as long as you can verify all your security information that you use to set up your brokerage account, then you'll be fine. There's nothing to worry about. It just can be time consuming, can be a little bit annoying, and you have to deal with these long distance phone charges. But it's very rare that you will need to contact your brokerage customer service anyway. Okay, so it's not going to happen very often, but you might have some type of small issue to deal with, or some kind of, simple question or something that you can't really get from email, and you'll have to call them up. But it's only happened to me twice. And so once was actually an account transfer. I was transferring some stuff from one account to another account, and because I was transferring things, they, had to call them. I couldn't do it via email. I had to call them up on the phone and answer a bunch of questions. And then another time, I just had a simple question that I wanted to confirm the answer on, and I wanted to know like ASAP. I didn't want to wait for a long time for an email response. So that was the only time. So other than that, it's not a big deal. It's pretty easy. Now I've been to other countries as far as traveling goes. Philippines and Thailand and Malaysia, Indonesia, a place like that, and I've been able to access my brokerage account and make trades and make purchases and things like that from those countries without any problem whatsoever. And I do that here in China every single day. I open up my accounts and check things and buy things and make changes in my account on a daily basis. So that's not a problem. So hope that answers the question for LBB Davis, and hope that answers your questions as well if you were curious about how this works. And thanks for watching. Watch the next video. See y'all on the next one. Thank y'all.